Hey everybody, welcome to another video of the Ameri-Swiss Homestead. We're going to talk about how we found land online. For starters, we started with a notebook with a series of questions that we might have or information we see that help us determine whether to purchase the land or not. We also divided these questions in categories of who could possibly know the answer to our question. We did look online and Google some of those answers. However, we also realized that each state and county has their own regulations and their own criteria, so we confirmed those answers. So what do you say? Ready to see how we found our land online? Okay, so there's several online websites to have. In this case, we're going to use landwatch.com. Well, we're going to do farming ranches due to the fact we have horses and we need agriculture zoning. There's so much land over here, 21,566 listings. I need to make a shorter list, so we're going to come over here and I'm going to go to Arizona. And then I'm going to pick a county here. Then I'm going to go to Apache County. Well, there's still 25 listings. Let me see if I can make it a little bit smaller. There's price amount you want to pay or acres. In this case, we have horses, so we need to make sure we got something with horses are allowed. I like that. So there are 34 listings. Then we just throw down the list until we find what we might like and what we see that might catch our eyes and may look interesting. Well, anyway, when we sit here and we open up a land, we want to find the APN number or the parcel number. The APN number stands for Assessor Parcel Number. When we click on one, we look at the pictures and see if it's, see what it's kind of like. This shows that it's desert and pretty much a sandy soil, and desert bush and some trees out there, and so on and so forth. Then we try to read the description. I still don't see a assessor parcel number or a parcel number. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm probably going to look for the property website, which is right there. Now I'm going to click on the property website and hopefully I find out additional information. The assessor parcel number is very important. As you can see, there's a video, and most of the time the property website has a more information to read up on. As we're scrolling down, there's the assessor parcel number. I'm going to copy this. The reason why I'm going to copy that number is very important to find all information that identifies the land when you talk to someone. Taxes are $86 a year and gives you all kinds of information. After looking at the pictures and the video and reading the description, the next place I go is the Apache County. In this case, what I would like to find out is I talk to the assessor, tax department, the building inspector, environmental, and check on the information and see if ever get all the information that I need to have before buying it. Also, when I click on the department, I want to check on the mapping. the map in and then the county map. What I'm looking for is actually if it's a flood zone or not a flood zone. I try to do my own homework and research. To me, time is money. I don't like to waste a lot of time, so we try to find all the information before we actually talk to the broker or the listing agent. Well, anyways, we're gonna search it, and here goes the property. This property is highlighted in a neon blue right here. This bright blue is not actual water, it's actually county roads. Over here gives you a key of what information you need. Well, we're going to scroll down till we find something about flood zone. There's flood zone here. Alright. Then flood zone. And it shows you a kind of flood zone. We're going to zoom out here. Well, it shows it's a little bit of flood zone right next to the property. It's a very informational resource to have. And then we determine where I might call back to the assessor's office or other department and ask a question about these flood zones or any additional things. Once we get done with that, then, and we're still happy about it, then we'll go back and we'll talk to the listing agent. If we like what we hear, we will put it down on the papers, and then we make a next step. Most of the time, the next step is we will walk the land and go see the land with our own 2 eyes. This video, in a lot of cases, is very helpful. Even the satellite from GPS mapping or Google Map and see the surrounding area is very helpful. But I like to see things with our own 2 eyes and see what's out there, see the soil, see the terrain. A lot of times these agents would like just show you pictures or videos of stuff that they want you to see. Okay, so before we actually started to go out there to walk the land and see the area and see with our own 2 eyes what the terrain, the soil, the vegetation, and any other possibilities or possible things out there, we also found other sorts of land to add in the list. I mean, Nicole and I, we had 22 lands to go walk. And when we got out there, we wound up only walking 7 out of 22. We couldn't get to the other land. There was no access, or the roads were so bad. So we tried to make sure we had enough. We wound up going to a local agent in Sholo and seeing Mrs. Brady. Now, Mrs. Brady, she turns no one away. Whether you got limited money or you have a lot of money, it doesn't matter. She helped us out. She's very professional. She knows her job. We don't have any complaint about Mrs. Brady, and I would use her 100 times over if I could. She's not a 5-star agent, in my opinion. She's a 10-star agent, and she's a team player. Very respectful. If you're in the area of Sholo, or you're looking in Arizona, I highly recommend Mrs. Brady. Well, I think I shared everything I can share. Thanks for joining us on the Ameri-Swiss Homestead. See you next time.